background, shout out, by the way. How do you feel overall about your performance tonight?
Overall, I think I could have been more active in certain areas, but you know, say anything from the outside looking in, when you're in there, things a little differently. So, you know, I did what I needed to do to make sure that I secured the win and push the action where I could have, and you know, went from there.
Yeah, how do you feel to have the home crowd behind you? You know, with the chants, they give you momentum. Did they kind of make you nervous a bit?
Like, I don't know how many of you in here actually like competed or anything like that. But like the day of the fight, it's like after you weigh in, you're so happy and excited because like you get to, you know, rehydrate and finally eat again after, you know, not doing so for however many long. And but then after you do all of that, it's like now you're just waiting around for the fight to happen. Everything's just waiting around. So while you're sitting there, so many thoughts go through your head. It's the worst thing ever, especially when you're home. So when you're away, you know, you know you're on TV and any and everybody can watch you or whatever, but it's a whole different ball game than when you're walking out and seeing people that you know that you haven't seen in years, or you know they have kids that look up to you, and you know it's a whole different ball game, man. So having that whole thing, it definitely does add a little pressure, but in times where it's like, you know, you need to man up or muscle up on and do what you need to do, it definitely does help as well.
You said probably could have done a little bit more in that. Was he particularly good at you know, wrist control and keeping you down, or was it just whatever it was?
While we were down there and hand fighting and stuff, you know, there was a couple of times where I couldn't get my wrist back. He grabbed from awkward angles, and you know, so I was trying to. I mean, if you look in that first round, for example, there was a moment where I was trying to jerk my hand out and I couldn't get it away. It's not like I wanted to just lay there. If you on top of somebody with good position, you want to hit him. I don't want to be out there for 15 minutes. I'd rather get him out as early as possible. But you know, he comes from a good camp too. It's not like he's just some scrub that just happened to just walk in, or you know, he knows what he's doing in there.
Andre, how do you feel coming into PFL season 2?
Motivated. Yeah. Ready to. Last year didn't end the way I wanted it to end, so this year I gotta do everything I can to make sure it ends how I feel it should end.
Did that motivate you more the end of last year for you? More
Definitely.
So
Definitely.
Audrey, what did you say you did differently compared to last year, considering the end that you had towards the beginning now?
Just gotta mentally you know, refocus. You know, I think I've been, you know, at the end of the day, I look at, in my mind, I just have a couple of fights. But when you look at it, I have 22 professional fights. I have several amateur fights. And I've been fighting for a long time now. I've been a pro for 8 years, over 9 years now. And, you know, so sometimes, you know, for the most part, I had a good career. So it's like, it's easy for you to lose focus a little bit or let certain things overshadow other things. You know, so I think I needed to just refocus and get my mind set on what I want to do.
Andre, obviously a lot of the talk of the fight is how much time you got spent on the ground there. Was part of the game plan to work the ground game a lot, or was that just how the fight went for you?
Y'all know they got that old quote, you know, everybody has a game plan until, you know, things happen. And so I never really, you know, necessarily have a game plan when I go out there with anybody, any opponent. But, I mean, you do look at film and you do, you know, have to practice certain things if you're going against certain people. And obviously, I knew that he was not a better striker than me, but I knew he was, out of all the facets of his game, he's most comfortable on his feet. So take away his most comfortable area and he just gets control the whole time.
How close were you to getting that choke at the end of the fight?
You saw how deep it was, huh? That's gonna be on my mind this whole time because I didn't know, originally I don't know if he turned the wrong way or if he just turned kind of like halfway and just stopped, but it just slipped right under and I was like, whoo! And I went to go get it, but you know, by that time he had already went back down to the mat and it was over.
Did you give the 10-second warning?
I definitely did, yeah. When I heard it, I was like, all right, let me just try and throw this guillotine on, but he jumped right over, and I was like, uh-oh. Good thing there's probably like 6 seconds left, because I can hold him here.
Do you feel like you could have done more, like try to challenge him in the stance game?
Yeah, I could have. Yeah, I think I could have.
What are some positives you feel from the fight that you can continue to build on to your next fight?
I felt like I had really good pressure. You know, anytime he moved a different way or went to hip escape or, you know, anything he did on the ground, I had an answer to, which is something that I have been working on, being more dominant and controlling position. So I feel like that was good. And I don't know if you guys noticed, man, I fought that whole fight southpaw. Whole fight southpaw.
Were you able to bring in training partners in your camp to emulate his style and like give you those looks, or you kind of had to feel it out there when you're in the cage tonight and just take it how it was?
You know how many opponent changes I had? If I was practicing for one person, I'd have been in trouble. I got the same crew, a very, very dominant crew of guys. You know, shout outs to some of my partners with upcoming fights. I know Troy Green is fighting soon, Gregory Gillespie. I'm sure you guys all know that maniac, he's fighting. So, you know, got the same group of guys, man, and we all push each other real hard and get the job done.
You mentioned being undefeated for as long as you were, and then after the way last season ended, having to refocus. Was there anything your coaches specifically wanted you to refocus on?
I'm sure you guys heard Keith's colorful way of speaking. So he definitely have a couple things he want me to do, but most importantly, he just wants me to trust in my, you know, abilities. You know, things that he knows that I'm capable of doing. He just wants me to trust it and do it more consistently. That would be the word of choice.
What was your reasoning or tactic for being in that whole fight southpaw?
You know, I don't know. Like I told you, I don't really have a game plan. I just went out there, I was writing for a second, and then I switched lefty, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna just stay here. And I did. I don't really have wish I could give you a better answer than that, but.
Andre, you considered the favorite last season before your loss. Did that add pressure for you this season in order to try to get the win or work on more things?
Nah, I don't look at the whole favorites and numbers. I know everybody put a big emphasis on the points. You need points, and trust me, I want to get finishes, but you know, I'm just focused on winning.
You watch anyone else's fights tonight, and are you intrigued by any future matches for yourself?
Well, unfortunately, they didn't have a monitor in our workout room, so I couldn't watch any fights while I was there relaxing before I got warmed up. And then after my fight, it was only Chris Wade and Lance after me. So by the time I got done doing the post-fight medicals and, you know, whatever stuff you guys make us do afterwards, I'm back here. So I didn't really get to watch too much of, you know, of the fights.
How do you plan to move forward from this victory?
Have an even more dominant performance July 25th.
Where are you partying now after the fight?
I don't know if I can say that with all these cameras on there. but I got a couple places, you know. I got a couple places where I might go out, you know, shake a little tail feather, you know, enjoy that Memorial Day beautiful week. You know, last Thursday was my birthday too.
Happy birthday.
So I couldn't wait on your birthday, you know, but you know, it was all worth it, I guess.
And a piece of cake.
Anything else, Roger?
Andre, are you looking forward to meeting Lance Palmer again? Getting that W.
If we meet, then yeah. If we meet, then yeah. Thank you, guys.
Great work tonight, Greg.